What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW. Today we're going to go over some Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and some small cap stocks. Check it out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video here. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the Bitcoin charts, the Dogecoin chart. We're going to go over some small cap charts, identify some levels to watch this week, and just do some price analysis. Now, before we move any further, do me a quick favor, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. Now, also remember, if you're looking for scanners, trade ideas, I'm going to leave you a link in the description section and comment section below. If you sign up next month, you'll be able to test drive trade ideas the full thing, like everything, including the AI, for 2 weeks. All right, so check out that link. I'm gonna leave it in the comment section and in the description section for you to check out, so you can sign up for that. All right, guys, now let's go ahead and jump into the charts. All right, guys, so let's jump in here and take a look at some levels. We're going to look at some levels on Dogecoin, on Bitcoin, and then we're going to go look at some levels on some small cap stocks for the remainder of the week. So today's Monday. We got Dogecoin, guys. If you guys remember correctly, about a week or so ago, we identified that flag pattern here on Doge, and it broke out of that flag very nicely. We saw the U shape that occurred, and we saw the handle portion of a potential cup and handle pattern that was forming. That broke down and sold off nasty from about 40 some odd cents all the way down here to 15 cents and change. I had mentioned that on a YouTube video that if we continue to pull back, I think we were around here, we could see a flush down here to the mid-teens with a pop right back up to about 25, 26 cents. Sure enough, that's what we've seen so far on Dogecoin. So what's left to watch on Dogecoin? Well, right now, can I move these old lines? These are the old lines we had drawn. Yep, perfect. So what we have now is clear as day. We have new resistance found right here at about 28 to 30 cents. Okay, right there you see it, clear as day. Boom. Let's call it 29 cents and change. Okay, you have a previous top in here, some previous bottoms over here. All right, you have some tops in here. Alrighty, and now you have that potential resistance. So your support, your bottom support, right? Your bottom support right now is obviously down here, and it's pretty strong so far, right around 15 cents and a half. 15 and a half cents. Okay, that's what you're seeing right here. But we are kind of consolidating right here at just over 20 cents, right around 22 cents and change. Okay, that's what you're seeing right here. So maybe it starts to channel out in here, and you could see previous structure back here on April 17th, more or less. This is the 4-hour chart. And you're seeing now we're putting in tops here, bottoms here, okay? Every time we get up here to the top, we have good volume. It comes back down, small volume, bounces right back up off of that level on big volume, or bigger volume. And then it's just consolidating. Okay, so it's not bad. It doesn't look bad, honestly speaking, in this range. If I were long this thing in here, obviously my stop, a conservative stop would be here around 22 cents. A more aggressive stop would obviously be down here underneath 15 and a half cents. Okay, but the problem with that stop, I'll show you right now, is that if I were to stop out right there, you could see a potential bounce take place. Where, you might ask? Check it out. Right here. 14.3. These previous tops here that we broke, that's the one that led, when we broke out of that, that's the one that led to the giant move to 45 cents. All right. So I think that would be a better level to watch if we broke down again. If we broke down again, that would definitely be a level to watch on this Dogecoin. All right. Now, last week we had Bitcoin come back down kind of hard and kind of ugly. But we had also gone over some levels on that one. Now let's jump on over to Bitcoin. Let's grab the daily chart. Okay, so here are the levels. Look, we have the old lines drawn right here. Okay, you have the previous resistance here. We broke out of that, and that is now becoming kind of like a pivot after this pullback. So the new support that Bitcoin has been holding on to is right here around that 43,000 area. That's an area we had talked about. We talked about 44, what was it, 45 and 43. So right here, we're at that 43,000 area. It's this previous support back here on February 28th, okay, on Bitcoin. And back here at February 10th on Bitcoin. We pushed off of that level, all right? And now we've pulled back into it, held it as support, and now we've bounced off of it. We've bounced clear off of it. So Bitcoin has had a nice bounce off of that level. And you could see the volume right here. While it's not huge volume, it is an increase in volume on the bounce, showing you potential support zones there. Now, the bottom support for me currently on Bitcoin would be right around here at 40,000. I think that would be the bottom support. If Bitcoin cracked underneath 40,000, so at 39,999, if it cracked underneath that, then I think we could see Bitcoin come back down here to the 20s. And while I think that's possible, I don't know that it's going to happen right away. I mean, if it did, I'd probably buy some down there to add to my long-term portfolio on Bitcoin. So I'm not an active trader on Bitcoin. I'm more of a dip buyer for long-term investment on it, to hold it for years. I've been holding it now for a while. So I think I would like that idea. But you know, I don't know. I mean, Bitcoin could easily bounce right off of these levels now, and in a few months be up here at 75,000. And then whenever Bitcoin enters its new bear market, you know, let's say it goes to 80,000, then a 50% haircut, which is a kind of haircuts Bitcoin takes sometimes, you know, you're talking about it coming back down to the 40s. So I would love for it to just do that now and go into the 28,000, so I could buy there, 25,000's area and buy there and hold it for, you know, 30,000 and hold it for the long term. But if it makes the move upwards of like 75,000 later on, pretty close, you know, in the next few months, in the summertime maybe, and then later on, maybe next year or end of this year, it starts to enter that bear market and gives us that pullback, you know, then we're talking about the 40s. So I was going to buy in higher at that point, but it's fine because, you know, it's a long-term hold, and that would be potentially the new support. So that's kind of like what I would be looking at on Bitcoin for now. I think if it bases out around here, 43s, you know, we could see it just kind of trade in that 60 to 50 range, like that. Boom. Maybe just channel out in this channel you see here before later on this year making the run upwards of, you know, obviously breaking the highs and going towards 75,000. All right, but bottom support, I would say right now is 40. If it cracks under 40, it's going to get ugly, I think, rather quickly, right? So now we got those two out of the way. Let's go take a look at some of the small cap stocks that we have on the weekly watch list. All right, we sent out the weekly watch list this morning. On the weekly watch list, we had XXII. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, so that one made a move off the open today and then just sold off. At this point here with XXII, I'd like to see it hold above that 450 zone, 440. You can see all this previous structure back here on the daily. So at 430 to 460s, that's the zone to watch. See if it holds support. That's XXII. Then we have Netflix. I'm just watching to see if that 500 zone is going to hold or not, or if it's going to break down underneath it and maybe hold it as resistance. But let's get back over to the small caps, BTX. Okay, so BTX, let's see here. This thing's been on a monster tear. A monster tear. So what I would like to see out of BTX is hold above right here. Yeah, perfect. See his previous top? Boom, we've held it today. Maybe it can start flagging on the daily before making a move higher. If it can do that, this thing has some good potential. So I'd like to see it maybe start flagging here on the daily, you know, set up some sort of bull flag setup. That would be very nice action to see on the daily. All right, so that's what I'm looking for out of BTX. Next one OCGN, which already made a move today, I would look to see if OCGN can do something similar. You know, as long as it can hold above that $10 zone, that's something that I'd like to see, preferably 11. And maybe it can start doing something similar here on the daily, you know. If it can start doing something similar like that, this thing has a lot of potential to make a really nice move. You know, but you got to be patient on this one, see if the daily chart will develop in that way for us. So that's what I'll be watching out of OCGN this week. And let me see what else we have here. SYPR, let's take a look and see what that one's done. Not a whole lot, honestly, on SYPR right now. So watching to see if $4 could hold it up as support, but so far it has not been able to. So I'll probably leave that one kind of like back burnerish on the watch list. All right. So that kind of concludes the small caps on the weekly watch list. All right. Now I will continue watching MVIS this week, see what it wants to do, because you know it's up here, and if it's not going to break out, then it's probably going to come back down. And at that point, I'd like to see it hold that 50-day moving average. All right, so that's definitely something to watch on that one. And then with Bitcoin making a move, we did see Coinbase have a nice gap up today, but it has struggled. Alrighty, so those are some stocks to watch on the weekly, at least, maybe like back burner list to see what they want to do. All right. All right, guys, so that kind of concludes the levels that I wanted to go over on these crypto plays and on the small cap plays. Let me know your thoughts. Drop them in the comment section below for me. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Check out the daytraderchatroom.com. Come trade with us Mondays for free, or just become a full-time member. I think you're going to enjoy it because you're going to have access to courses, video lesson library, jam-packed full of lessons, resources, charting, screeners, etc. So come and check us out. All right, and I'll catch you on the next one.